Right now, more than 115,000 children are in foster care waiting for adoption. That's why today is so important. It's National Adoption Day. And joining us now are two of the area's leading adoption advocates, John and Mindy Prather. Good morning. Thank you both for being here.
Good morning. Thanks
so
for
you
having
two have your hands full right now. You have
We do.
3 under 2, right?
We do. We have 3 children under 2. We have 2 biological, our twins. They're almost 8 months. And we have our foster child who we're about to adopt that we've had since birth, and she's 22 months.
You know, I was reading about your story, and it's so interesting to me. Right after you guys were married, this is something you connected on before even struggling to have children biologically. This is something you wanted to do from the get-go, right, John?
Yeah, absolutely. It was always a plan A for us. We were always going to adopt. So both of us, you know, individually knew we were going to adopt, also have biological children. So 2 months after we got married, we went and she Googled LA foster care, and we just showed up at a orientation class. So
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where for us, it was never a plan B. It was always plan A. That was, we're going to adopt and we're going to have biological kids.
Right, both.
Both.
Yeah.
We just ended up having, going through the adoption process first. And then our daughter was about 6 months when I found out I was pregnant with twins. So,
gosh.
yeah.
And I read on the blog, your blog, that you were a little naive and that the process was a lot harder, you know, because I think a lot of people sitting there watching this think, I want to do that. That sounds great. But it's harder than you thought, right?
yeah, we had no idea. We showed up at the orientation class and we had no idea what the process was. We didn't know anything about foster care. And we walked out of the class and I remember thinking, I still really don't know anything about foster care. I still don't know what the road is, but it's, you know, been a 4-year journey. It's an adventure. You kind of have to stay flexible, stay very patient, and just kind of be open for love, be open for an adventure, because it is definitely an adventure. But we know a lot more now than we did 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Showed up at a...
It's an exercise in patience as well. The foster care system, I don't think that people realize that they're in just Los Angeles County are between 30,000 and I've seen upwards of 60,000 children in the system just in our county. And a lot of those kids are adoptable. But you do have to stay patient and flexible. And we are just huge advocates of these kids because they've found themselves in circumstances beyond their control, and you could really be a safe space for them and give them a second chance, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. And what takeaways could you give folks out there who may be considering fostering or adoption? What advice do you have for navigating this process?
First of all, just jump in, because we come across so many people that are like, oh, I'm thinking about being a foster parent, right? I'm thinking about adopting. Yeah, and they don't know where to go. And like us, you just got to jump in and get started, because you don't know where it's going to take you, but you won't know until you take that first step. So again, if you just kind of stay open, stay patient and flexible, but just jump in and do it with an open heart, because there's so many kids. Some of them need a permanent home, some of them need a temporary home, but there's so many kids that just need a safe, loving family, and you can give that to them. And so just jump in and do it. You'll find your way, and the right kids will find you as well. I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah, your child will find you. It's amazing how that happens. And also, like John said, it seems like for us we see a disconnect between people saying, oh, I've thought about that, you know, I've always wondered about that, and then actually doing it. And I just think the more awareness that we raise, that there really are amazing children in this system that need you, the better, you know?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for all you do. You guys are so busy. I know you're an esthetician to the stars.
Oh, thank you.
You're an actor, model, author. So you guys have a full plate. So.
We like to stay busy.
Thank you so much. Keep up the good work.
Thank
you.
And if you missed any of this segment, you can watch it again on kcal9.com. Just make sure to click on Seen on TV.